Are you someone who is suffering from gray hairs and you're not comfortable at all, or you just want your hair to be nourished very well and have moisturizing effect all over the year? Then this remedy is for you. For this remedy, first of all, we would need flax seeds, which is a hero for this remedy. How much flax seeds you have to take is very important to know. You have to take around 4 to 5 tablespoons of flax seeds. Even if it's more than that, that is not an issue. Flax seeds is the best thing you can do for your hair, even if you have low porosity, medium porosity or high porosity. Any hair type and any hair porosity can use it because this is basically neutral. Wash them thoroughly with the tap water and discard that water. If you have time, I would highly advise you to soak it overnight, just a night before of making this remedy, and when you use it, use the same water too. But for today, I did not have enough time, so I did not get a chance to soak it overnight. That's why I'm adding extra water. This water should be the drinking water. I have added around 2 to 3 cups of water. Now I'll be adding the flax seeds which I have kept it aside. Make sure to add only flax seeds because we have not soaked it overnight. Even if you make a simple plain gel of the flax seeds and use it in your hair, it will give you a drastic difference in your hair. Many people have problem applying conditioner or they're not satisfied using the conditioner. So just make the flaxseed gel like I'll show you, and when you shampoo your hair, rinse off your hair, and after that apply this flax seeds as a conditioner and then rinse off with the plain water. You will see massive difference in within few weeks only. Now it's time to add our second ingredient, which is mehendi or henna. You can use whatever henna company suits you. You can just check the reviews if you're buying any new. Make sure it is organic and it has different ingredients like I have in mine. This video is not sponsored at all. I'm just telling you my personal experience. This mehendi has suited me a lot. Mine says that it has 9 ingredients added in it which nourishes your hair. I'll be adding around 4 to 5 tablespoons of mehendi and I'll mix it very well. Just make sure that I haven't kept it on the stove yet. This is just on the room temperature. Here is the pro tip. Just mix it very well before adding the third ingredient, because if you'll not mix it very well before adding any other ingredient, it will become in a lumpy form. And once the lump will be formed, it will be very hard for you to dissolve those lumps. You can see I have mixed it very well and it has become into this beautiful greenish texture and color. Here comes the third ingredient, which is our indigo powder. You can find it very easily online or you can check the link in the description. This is the affiliate link I have used. Now this indigo powder will not only nourishes your hair but also it will give a perfect color for your hair. Many people say that after applying henna, their hair becomes very orangish in color, but indigo will make it more darker, blacker and brownish in color. I have added around 3 tablespoons of indigo in it. So basically 3 tablespoons of indigo with 6 tablespoons of henna. Now to give it more potency and beautiful color and shine, I'll be adding some amla powder in it. Amla is not only for your hair color, but it basically strengthens your hair and gives you a beautiful long shiny hair. I'll be adding now rice flour in it. Rice flour is very important as it will give a beautiful texture to your hair. Add around 3 tablespoons of rice flour. But keep in mind, you have to stir it very well after adding each and every ingredient, especially if that ingredient is in powder consistency. Now add half a glass of water to make it more consistent because we will be putting it on the flame, and once it's on the flame, it will become more thicker. People who have no white hairs or grey hair, they also can use this remedy as it will provide nourishment, moisture and keeps your hair hydrated. It will open your pores and gives your follicles a chance to breathe, hence improving your hair growth. Now I've kept it on the stove on medium to low flame and I'll keep stirring it. Because if I'll not stir it, it will become into lumps. Moreover, it will start sticking on the bottom of the steel pan. For this remedy, you can use an iron pan also. It will give you more beautiful color and it will enhance your black color and will cover your grey very easily. Now, as soon as it starts boiling, we have to be there and keep stirring it very well. After boiling it for a while, around 5 to 6 minutes on the low to medium flame, you have to add our next ingredient, which is tea leaves, which is black tea. Here if you want, you can add coffee also, depends on what color you would like on your hair. Tea or coffee both have caffeine in it and it increases the blood flow in your scalp, which leads to increased hair growth from your follicles. Just make sure to use any one of those, either tea leaves or either your coffee. If you guys have rough hair or frizzy hair, I would highly advise you to use the tea rinse. If you want, I can tell you the remedy. Just comment down below and I'll bring that remedy for you. After some time, you can see it has become so thick. The consistency is super thick now. I have increased the flame here for just a while, for around 1 to 2 minutes, and you can see the quantity is almost reduced. This means that it has been starting infusing in it. You have to keep stirring because the powder is becoming thick now. If you would not stir it, the powder will sit on the bottom and it will stick on the pan. So friends, if you are using this remedy to cover your grays, you have to make it in an iron pan, and then after this stage you have to cover that iron pan and keep it for overnight. But if you are using this only to nourishes your hair and to give strength to your hair and not to cover your grays, you can strain it directly while it is hot. Do not wait for it to cool down. So this is the basic difference if you are using it to cover your grays or not. So you can decide accordingly. Here I'm telling for those people who want just to moisturize their hair. Here is the pro tip. Always use a big size of sieve to strain it, because if you use a small size sieve, it will take lots of time for it to get strained and the solution will get cooler and it will get thicker. So then it will be hard for you to strain it. That's why use it a big size sieve only. The remaining of these can also be used on the hair. It will come off easily when you have shower, but still if you don't want to use it, you can discard it as well. You can see the consistency of it, how thick it is, and this is still very hot. When it comes at room temperature or gets little more cooler, it will become more thicker. So make sure to add the same quantity of ingredients as I have told you. Now you can see this is almost cooled down or at room temperature and how thick it has become. Pro tip number 3, you can add some castor oil in it. Castor oil will give you shine and your hair will be more stronger than before. For the application, before applying any sort of mask or any sort of remedy on your hair, divide them into equal partition and start combing your hair from bottom and then go towards up. Always comb your hair first, so whatever hair fall you have it before putting the mask. So you have no doubt that this hair fall is because of the mask or any other remedy. Another pro tip is to wear a dark color clothes, so whenever the mehendi or any mask falls on your clothes, it will not stain, or even if it stains, the color will not be too prominent. Another advice would be to wear gloves while using this henna mask, as it might stain your hands. So make sure to wear gloves or any plastic thing on your hands before applying this. Now from one partition, divide the hair into more smaller partitions and you can see how much white hair I have on the scalp. Many people of my age usually have white hair on the scalp, so mostly you have to pay attention on the scalp. Just divide into small sections and start applying it with your hand. If you have a brush or any hair dye thing, you can use that too, but I do not have any such thing. That's why I'm using my hands only. I'm telling you from my personal experience, you can apply one layer, but if you apply 2 or more layers, the color will be more darker and the color will stay for longer periods of time. After the scalp, you can apply on your hair length also. The reason being that this mask we are not only using to color our hair or to cover our grays, but we are also using to nourish our hair, to give our hair a more stronger and potent ingredient to work on them, and also it will reduces the frizz and brittleness on your hair. So that's why make sure to use it on your hair length and your hair tips too. After applying this mask or any other mask or any other hair pack in your life, always cover your hair with a shower cap or any other plastic cap, and do not let any hair mask or hair pack to get dry completely. You can keep it on your hair for at least 1 hour and maximum for 2 to 3 hours, depends how long your hair are and how much color you need it, and then rinse off your hair with plain water on the same day. Do not use shampoo on the same day please. And the next day you can use shampoo. Try to use a very mild shampoo or a sulfate free shampoo, or you can use my personal favorite, my special membership shampoo, which has 95% of the results for hair growth and to reduce your hair fall. Membership link is provided below in the description. After washing your hair, you should apply toner. This is the toner. Just tap on the screen and I'll see you there. Till then, bye bye.